Stop what you're doing and watch this. Kasson, MN singer on The Voice a few weeks ago, we shared the story of a Kasson woman preparing for her moment in the national spotlight. At the time, Corey Kennedy had just announced that she auditioned for season 28 of The Voice. It's time to finally let the cat out of the bag. I auditioned for The Voice. Beyond thankful for this opportunity, and I'm so excited for you all to tune in this season. Also read, Rochester woman competing on Jeopardy! The Voice returns for season 28 on NBC. NBC's popular singing competition kicked off its new season on September 22nd with a fresh batch of undiscovered talent. This season's coaches are Reba McEntire, Snoop Dogg, Michael Bublé, and Niall Horan. Corey Kennedy brings her hometown heart to The Voice. The Southeast Minnesota singer says her music is inspired by her friends, family, and the small-town life she grew up with. And when she stood in front of the judges, she made sure to shout out her hometowns, Kasson and Mantorville. Whether it's a melody sparked by a family gathering or lyrics inspired by a hometown fair, my music is a reflection of where I've been and where I'm going. Southeast Minnesota woman shines on The Voice. The up-and-coming country singer has already built a social media following of more than 250,000 people. But a great showing on The Voice would take her career to the next level that I'm not sure if Corey is going to win The Voice. But after watching her audition, I'm convinced she's headed for a very successful music career. Kennedy sang Why Not Me by the Judds and also performed an original song. She crushed both, and the coaches fell in love with her. The Voice, 12 Secrets They Don't Want You to Know. We read the fine print. Here are 12 things NBC's The Voice doesn't want you to know about the contracts, the judges, the auditions, and what's become of the winners. The chairs don't really make a sound. In 2021, contestant Kat Perkins told Cosmo that the spinning red chairs don't actually make the whoosh sound you hear on TV. That's added in post-production GTFO after you're eliminated. 1 minute they love you, the next they don't know your name. Maybe it's not that dramatic for contestants eliminated from The Voice, but it's close. There's no going away party, no matter how deep a bond you've formed with fellow contestants and staff. Perkins tells Cosmopolitan that you're literally on the next flight home. Expect a psych evaluation, and it may go public. The Thing's celebrity YouTube channel reported on a 32-page contract that contestants had to sign to be on the show, and it's detailed. Season 1 singer Frenchie Davis opened up about psychologists on staff, but this YT video claims the show can not only force mental health evaluations, but they can share those results on television. That's never actually happened, thankfully. Instead, the counselors are mostly used to catch emotional contestants who've just been dropped by the show. The Voice rejected these country stars. Luke Combs was famously rejected by The Voice for being too boring, and is not alone. Other country hitmakers have gotten dumped with no TV time, including Maren Morris. Brett Young was also rejected 3 times. But after moving to Nashville, they called him and said he could go right to the blind auditions if he wanted. By then his career was cooking, so he told them, "Nah, I'm good." How much do judges on The Voice make? Of course, no coach from The Voice has ever revealed how much they are paid, but there have been leaks. It ranges from $2 million, CeeLo Green in Season 1, to $25 million, Ariana Grande, Season 21. But most nab between $8 million and $13 million a season. Blake Shelton was always thought to be at the high end of that range. Same for his wife Gwen Stefani, but not good friend Kelly Clarkson. She is rumored to have gotten $15 million for her participation in seasons 14 to 21. Shout out to Yahoo for cobbling together this info, with links to original sources. What do winners of The Voice get? The prize for winning The Voice has been remarkably consistent. $100,000 and a record deal with UMG. However, just about every winner has struggled to get their new label's attention. Craig Wayne Boyd and Sundance Head have both talked about a lack of respect for their music post-show. Winners have a very poor track record, but we'll touch on that more later. Literally no winner of The Voice has hit number 1. That's Season 2 winner Jermaine Paul holding up a number 1. That's as close as any winner ever got to number 1. None of the show's 24 winners have topped a singles chart in any genre. The closest in country was Cassidy Pope, who had a platinum-certified top 10 hit after winning. 1 or 2 artists have also scored similar on Christian music charts, but by and large this is a group destined for a future whatever happened to. Feature: you don't want to actually win The Voice. You've seen how poorly winners have done commercially. That's not true for mid-packers. Morgan Wallen is the most famous also-ran on The Voice, but others have scored hits. In country, songwriter Eichel Gallion, Season 2, and Wild as her hitmaker Corey Kent, Season 8, stand out. Beyond that, you'll find Grammy-nominated gospel singer Corin Hawthorne, Season 8, and pop star Melanie Martinez, Season 3. About that humiliation clause, the contract a contestant signs is, or at least, was pretty wild. The New York Daily News shared that the show could change the rules at any time, ignore the vote in the event of problems, and eliminate contestants at any time. Celebrity Access forwarded a clause that states that by signing, you agree to be presented in ways that may be disparaging, defamatory, embarrassing, and may expose me to public ridicule, humiliation, or condemnation. The Voice tour bombed. The Voice tried an American Idol-esque tour of its stars, but people weren't interested. After Season 1, The Voice Live on tour rolled out dates, and most were cancelled due to lackluster sales. A few seasons later, the show tried again, but again nobody was interested in shelling out real money to watch winner Tessin Chin and friends. The Voice judges see 18 to 20 singers a day during auditions. On any given blind auditions day, coaches will only see between 18 and 20 contestants, which actually passes the eyeball test because this show has never felt like a cattle call like some others. Part of the reason for this is because training is intense. Anyone who's tried out for both American Idol and The Voice will tell you the NBC show does it better. You have several rounds of virtual and local, in-person auditions before flying to LA for the blinds. Additionally, a singer is training nonstop for months before the blinds. Cosmopolitan's article quotes several singers who opened up about how producers would train them for everything, including fainting on stage in reaction to feedback from coaches. There were also vocal lessons, social media training, and interview prep.